Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back. And as you can see, we are now printing the top layer of the wall. And it has gone mostly without errors. At least after the first errors, we are mostly error-free. But I'm saying mostly very, very carefully because I'm not hoping that people won't notice because I will point it out. Like I predicted, because we did this corner wrong. I'll get to the errors here. But since we did this corner wrong and restarted the machine in, well, not aligned correctly here, there are alignment issues, and yeah, these ones are offset by 2 blocks. They are aligned among themselves, all the other layers, the top 3 layers, but the bottom layer is slightly off. I'm not gonna fix it. It's a bit of character and evidence that there has been debugging, but also because this thing here behaved weirdly when I was removing the extra layers of blocks, because the blocks that are being pushed around, they don't belong on the final wall, so I have to remove them after each layer. And something kind of went wrong here a few times. This is ugly. This is something I'm gonna fix, because I don't think this was a debugging of the machine error. It was an error in how I was removing the blocks manually, and I probably just messed something up. And I remember replacing a few orange blocks here, but I guess I replaced the wrong blocks because, as you can see, there are 2 orange blocks missing here. There is 1 extra red. There should be 1 block up, maybe 2 blocks up. Something is very, very wrong here. And everywhere else, we're fine. Actually, the top layer is looking good. I don't know what happened. We're gonna fix that. And another thing we're gonna do today with this wall is to solidify it. So when it finishes printing in about, I don't know, 3-4 hours, I'm gonna pour water all over the wall to make it into concrete, so it's not concrete powder. Then another thing after that, I need to spawn-proof the top of the wall so that nothing can spawn up here, because concrete is spawnable, concrete powder is also spawnable, and it's actually surprising me that nothing has spawned on here. At least nothing that I have seen has spawned on here. Don't know why. Moving the blocks shouldn't prevent spawning, and I know this because that's how my witch farms are working. So I don't know why nothing has spawned, but definitely there is potential, so I need to spawn-proof the top of the wall so that nothing spawns here and falls into the perimeter. I want to be able to run around naked in the perimeter and don't have any armor and, yeah, don't have to worry about anything ever, except maybe phantoms. Except phantoms do not spawn inside the perimeter because the top of the wall is basically where the player has to be for phantoms to spawn. And no funny comments about me running around naked here. So yeah, that's the first thing we're gonna do today. Just finish the top of the wall so that it is all done. And I might have gotten carried away a little bit and finished most of this without showing you any clips of doing that. It happened on stream, so like I've been mentioning earlier on streams, it's relatively hard to record useful clips for videos during streams and having a proper stream at the same time. So what happened here was we went around with a bucket all around this edge. Actually, first I spent half an hour at least trying to design a flying machine that would be pouring the water instead of myself, and it turns out it requires a slower engine. We managed to push the waterlogged stairs so that there would be water flowing down, but a standard flying machine is way too fast, so the water didn't pour down. And I don't have slow flying machine engines just from the back of my head. I would have to look it up, and that takes way too much time during a stream when I'm trying to do things in real time. So we did it manually. Then another problem was, and unfortunately it became day now, so I can't really show what's going on, but the top of the wall kind of looked ugly. And also it needed spawn proofing. So the spawn proofing is done by just sea lanterns. At first I placed sea lanterns on top here, and that kind of looked kind of ugly. And then someone, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, but someone in stream chat said, well, just place them behind the wall. And I did, and this actually looks great. I will try to catch this while it's night, so I can show you in this video. It looks good. Something probably needs to be done about the middle, because the middle is still too dark. But for now, it's good enough. But now we need to do the thing I have been talking about. We need to fix this, and rather than doing something intelligent and pushing the blocks or whatever, it's just gonna do this. We need to get rid of a few reds, then another few reds, then another few reds, and then the next red stop there. Yeah, okay. I can do that. This is quite interesting. I used up all the blocks I picked up from these two rows, which is weird. And does the pattern look right? I was expecting that I would have to fetch more concrete. I really have no idea what happened. Because, yeah, okay, now everything is fine. So, for some reason the blocks here were in the wrong order? Maybe it was because the pusher here was in, well, it was one of the most awkwardly placed pushers, because I didn't want the pusher to wave the concrete in front of the corner pusher. Well, I have no idea. It works now. Let's look at this wall. This wall is all looking good. I don't think there are any other errors other than the lower level being offset by 2 blocks. Nothing we can do about that. Well, there is a lot of things we can do about that. Nothing we want to do about that. I'm not gonna fix it. Yeah, everything is fine. Now, I need to empty the machine from concrete, and I guess I will dismantle it. It's gonna be a sad moment, but I don't think I want to have it up here. Do I? No, I don't. I want to dismantle it, but I'm noticing that we're gonna have a sunset soon. So let's look at this wall when it's night, because I think it looks quite good. Not right now, but in a minute or two when the sun has fully set and it's full night, it starts looking really good with the lamps on the backside of it. And yeah, it is looking good. I really like how the top is being uniformly lit up. And like I was saying, the middle here, I'm not so sure about that. Might need something. I might just like remove one layer here and place sea lanterns behind it, or some other lighting option. Not sure. Maybe I will leave it like this with top lit up and bottom lit up by the super bright floor. And there's another thing I've been thinking about to finish this wall off, and it is to somehow, I mean, cover this up. Because when we are on the inside of the perimeter, it looks good now. But if anybody ever ends up on this side, this is terrible. And the problem is that one of the reasons why I want to have the wall is to not have anything ever get into the perimeter. And if I put stairs here or some kind of, like, I don't know even what it would be, that's gonna end up allowing mobs to climb up here and then fall into the perimeter. So maybe then it will require a fence up here. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I will probably leave it for now and not do anything. But we do have to dismantle the machine. The machine does not belong here. It is a temporary machine and should be treated as such and torn down when it's no longer used. So let's get some sleep and get rid of the machine. Wow, even though it's only been up for a few days, it already feels empty without having it here. Oh, it's so funny how fast you get used to things being somewhere and get surprised when they're not. So there's still a hole here, but I think I'm gonna leave the hole until I have figured out what to do to close off this gap. I need to make up my mind, but I really don't know what to do here. Because the thing I was thinking about was some kind of stairs just to connect to the land here. But mobs will be climbing up on it. I don't know. No, I'm leaving this place. We are out of here. We should still work on this bit that I've been talking about, but not today. Today we need to prepare things for my next episode, which is the big... Well, I tried to look at myself, which is the big wall tour. And yeah, things needs to be finished as much as I can finish them. And that means crossing off as many things as possible from the to-do list. Shouldn't be too much, most is done, and I have some surprises ready for you pretty much right now. And the surprise is this thing. Oh yeah, I don't remember what it was showing last time I showed it, but I think it was still around 10,000. Or maybe it was just 2,000. I think, no, it must have been around 10,000. Because I finished all of it. And I mean all of it. And I already spent some time clearing out other areas. But for example, this whole area is completely new. This is definitely more than 2,000 blocks or 1,500 blocks. This was probably 6,000 blocks or something like that. I have one place here that still doesn't have any grass because, well, it's dirt now. I'll have to do something about it. Probably just place grass by hand there. I did this little island here. What else did I do of the big areas? I think that was the last of the big areas. There were some holdout areas here that I completely missed in the past. Don't know how I missed them, but I did. And everything visible is cleared out. But I was trying to push the counter down, and I was looking for other areas, and like, so for example, under this thing was a massive area that I just, well, missed. This whole area here under was mycelium, and I built this before I started grassifying properly, I think, so I didn't think about that. So I cleared it out, crawled under here, and removed everything. Yeah, various areas like this hiding under buildings, and now I have about... Oh, that was a pocket of resistance. That had to be removed, so let's see if I have missed any more. Doesn't seem so. Over there, I'm seeing something. No, everything here looks good. It's clean. I keep finding little pockets of resistance a little bit everywhere. So yeah, I'm trying to find these little pockets of resistance, clear them out, get the counter as low as possible. And this area here is done. There is a big ravine that I covered up here. I don't know if I have looked there recently. I might not have. But I think it should be relatively clear. I might have cleared it out in the... Oh. This actually looks like an Enderman gift. And this is also an Enderman gift, so I guess the Endermen are not always bad. There is another Enderman gift over there. This looks good. This looks clear, and this is probably also an Enderman gift. Anything in here? Anything in there? Oh, no, that's not dirt. So this is good. Now it's gonna be impossible to find the hole I fell in through. Oh, maybe it won't be. Oh. Pro skills in flying. So that is clear. I know I cleared things under there, and now it's just gonna be a matter of finding areas like that and clearing them out. So let's do that and try to get the counter as low as possible. I found another pocket of resistance. Oh, this is bad. Let's clear this one out. Oh, this will be a lot. This will be several hundred blocks, maybe. I hope to get to below 200. I first said when I did the counter that maybe 10,000 was a good goal, but, well, with the current success and with this huge area still, I could get it to under 200. That is my current goal now. Under 200, and I'm happy. Oh, I just found the funniest pocket of resistance that anybody could ever imagine. Here is the last pocket of resistance. Oh, I did not expect this. So, for those who don't know, I clear out things from the blast chamber. Like, so if there are any blocks hanging in there, just to like get rid of them, flush them out, so I have all the concrete I was converting. I'm using mycelium blocks just to push it out to the bottom of the blast chamber. And I'm using mycelium. Oh, and I can't remove this block without the water spilling. There we go. And oops. Oops. Yeah, so this is the area I just cleared, by the way. So it wasn't that far. I saw it from the bottom here that there was some mycelium there, and I was wondering what in the world was going on. But now we know this is my fault. I was the resistance all along, turns out. Remove all this junk. I probably should have flushed it. But this blast chamber is nice. It doesn't really depend on these block streams to be aligned in a certain way, so it's just gonna work. I will not give up until I have done enough to get down to 200. And oh, all these chests are full of mycelium. 428, was that 200? I didn't count the stacks I removed from my hand. And I already did a few more, so this is not an accurate counter right now. No, a little bit higher. I added the lamp on top of the target block so I would know when I did a hit. Oh, yeah. 197. This is good. I'm gonna hunt a little bit more, but we might actually be done already. Aha. Resistance is futile. I think that's the last one I'll find. I found some under the leaves here. I found, well, spread around pretty much everywhere. A little bit here and there. Oh, come on. Learn to shoot. There we go. Well, I guess 160 is our final count. And that's where we're gonna stop today. You know when someone explains something to you and none of it makes any sense whatsoever because they have some knowledge that they are just assuming that you have and you don't, and it doesn't make sense? I realize that I'm very often doing a thing like that. And there might be some new viewers to this channel or this series, and you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. What is this thing? What is this number? Why does it matter that the number is small? Why does it matter that it's not big? What's going on? So, let's explain what's going on here, even though I will probably be explaining it even more in the next episode, but let's do it. We are on a mushroom island. Yes, it might sound shocking to some people who haven't been following this for a long time, but I have built my base on a mushroom island. I specifically hunted for this seed and I evaluated 20 billion seeds before I chose this one. No, I didn't do it by hand. I had a program do it for me. I wrote a program that found me this seed. This is a truly massive mushroom island. I have found bigger ones, but this was one of the bigger ones. I do believe it had over 120,000 blocks of mycelium. And the counter there is with a little bit of carpet or scarpet scripting and command block magic. It is connected to some 7-segment displays, which tells me how many mycelium blocks are left. So we have 160 blocks of mycelium left in the entire mushroom island, and I mean the whole, every block, about from here to, well, a corner somewhere around there, and to the other end, covering the entire island, and from block as high as 90 to as low as 30. That's what the counter is counting. And I have been diligently killing all the mycelium because I think it's ugly and I think the grass is beautiful in this area. And I've been spamming bone meal to make it look a little bit more interesting. And as you can see, it is a mushroom island because there are no flowers except here where I planted them manually. And I think it's looking good. I probably need to add some more trees. Yeah, this definitely needs a tree. And I probably need to landscape this a little bit more. But the bulk of the work, which has been to convert the mycelium into grass, has now been done. And to celebrate that it is done, we will need some of these, some of these, some of these. And we have a to-do list before my episode 64, full stack of episodes. Bam! Done. And I actually bone meal most of it. I wanted to say all of it, but it's, yeah, almost. Let's say it's done. I will add a couple more trees here and there. This is a continuous process. This is not something that will ever be finished. Now only 2 things are left on the cleanup of my base before the big world tour episode. And this is the mycelium counter leg. So this needs to stand on something. It's just floating in the air right now, and I'm not very happy about that. And the other one is finishing most of these tentacles. And yeah, if you have been following, you can see that I have not done anything on the tentacles for a while. Something is wrong with my inspiration, or maybe there is a fear of messing this up even more, and I really cannot force myself to work on this. It's unfortunate. It would be nice to finish the tentacles, but I think before the next episode starts recording, which will be just after I finish this one, we need to remove the scaffolding. Unfortunately, I have failed to work on this project. Actually, I will not remove the scaffolding. There is a chance I will work on this during the live stream that I will be having after this episode, but I am so sad that I couldn't find the inspiration and motivation to work on this. Because I think it will look really cool after we envelop the whole sphere with some kind of tentacles. But now I definitely need to work on the leg on this thing. And to be honest, I still don't have a design, but it's now or never. And yeah, because the other option is to just remove the counter. Now that the counter is down to 160, I could just remove it, right? But that would be cowardly. So let's try to figure something out here. Yeah, it's not bad. When I was originally designing, well, the 7 segment display, I was saying that it would need a massive leg, like very wide at the bottom, wider than the top. But I experimented with this shape a lot, and I'm not joking, like it was a lot. And this is the one I thought looked the best. At first, I was trying to make it a little bit like these. So very, very twisty. I even had a version with 2 legs that would both twist up, but never liked those. And this one turned out very, very simple, but I think I like it. The only thing I don't really like is the top. At first, I was trying to add a hat, like all my other buildings that I built out of Blackstone on this island have, but the hat just did not look right on this thing at all. Now the roof here is very flat and kind of boring, and I think also if we look here, yeah, we are in the cold ocean on this part, so it's spawnable as well. Actually, let's solve that first, because that will be causing issues, and I need to at least light it up a little bit. And I think I can just do it with some end rods. I don't think this needs any more complicated light source. I actually want the end rods because they will be a little bit hidden back here. Maybe one here. That should be good enough. I do really need to do something about this roof though. Maybe if I just add the Neverwort blocks, that will improve it. Because I didn't try that. I tried to make a full-fledged hat like the other buildings, and that didn't work at all. But maybe if I just add this and not the glass? Let's just add an edge like this and see what happens. Better? I don't think it is. But it isn't worse, so I'm gonna keep it like this. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do about this roof. I think we'll just leave it as a boring roof and don't look at this place from above. Let's mark this as done. And this is the only bit left. So in case I still get any inspiration to work on this, that will be on the live stream that I'm gonna have after this episode comes out, because yeah, we are done. A much shorter episode today because, well, I'm preparing for episode 64, which is a very big project. And also because the previous episode was so massively long, I figured I need to give you people some rest so you don't have to watch me babble on about my wall printer for 50 minutes. And by the way, the poll that I made after that episode was actually surprised me. The results surprised me. 85% thought that the long episode was good and you liked it. And a lot of people watched it. But anyway, that's enough for today. And before I forget, live stream at 8 o'clock in the evening Central European Time, 7 o'clock in the evening UTC on twitch.tv/Borkon_live. Hope to see you there. If not, in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.